morning, Life Changers Church. Good morning, Life Changers Church. It's time for the keys to life. When I say keys to life, you say. When I say keys to life, you say. When I say keys to life, you say. Amen, amen, amen. Let's get to it. Number one, David never stopped working or fighting. David never stopped working nor fighting. There are about 2 times when you can see that David was pushed out of fighting and he found himself doing things that he should not do. So he always was productive. He was always a man after what? God's own heart. He always made sure he was in the place doing the thing that he needed to do where he needed to do it. He always kept his hands busy. He always kept his heart busy. He always kept his mouth busy. Whenever he was pushed away from the violence because of how great and special he was, that's when he found himself in trouble. Because he was a man that would go and do what was necessary, and when he needed to do it, he would get into it, and he would work, and he would push, and he would fight. And I want you to take this mindset, because some of us, we just relax a little bit too much, and we find that we're doing things that we shouldn't be doing. We're not focused on anything. We're totally stuck on our phone. And our phone does not produce money. It does not, for some of us, does not produce money. It does not produce the things that we are idle. It's just idle time. And we're doing things that are not beneficial. You have to stay working. You got to stay pushing. You have to stay creative. You have to stay continuing. It's one of the things that you do as you get older. You must continue to exercise. You must continue to stretch. You must continue to do. People will tell you that that's the best time for you to relax, and I think that you should at some point take vacations. But when you are regular day in and day out, find yourself something to devote your time to. As a child, devote your time. As an adult, devote your time. As a senior citizen, devote your time. Put in work to achieve a specific thing. When you do that, you accomplish, you are moving, you're operating, you're busy, and you do not waste time. You do not spend idle time. Your focus is on. Your focus is sharp. And so therefore, God can do something with you, and you won't be found doing something you shouldn't be doing. Number 2, discipline isn't given, it's built. Discipline is not given, it's built. You can't be like, oh, let me get a bottle of discipline. You can't say, hey, Lord, I was hoping that you to pour down some discipline. You don't, I'm not pouring down discipline. I'm a blessing. I'll help you with this. Now, if you want some situations, I got plenty of situations that will provide you to need discipline. He can give you some situations on top of the situations you already have to get discipline. That's why I tell people you should think about all the prayers you praying and think about what you actually are praying, because some of y'all are asking for the trouble that you getting. Like you literally are like, Lord, help me to be a better woman. Help me to be a better man. Help me to do this. Help me to be a better wife. Help me to do this. Help me to deal with that person at work. He like, that's what you want? Okay. So now that person at work is just coming for you. And you're like, well, I just prayed, and now the person is coming for me. You're like, I'm confused. Because you asked for the help, and you can't get past the person and be better than the person without dealing with the person. So when I say you think about it before you asking for it, but literally with the things that are already going on in your life, without asking God for more, with the things that are going on in your life and the things you should be doing, the things you should be accomplishing, the things you should work at. You know, getting up in the morning and stretching, getting up in the morning and working, getting up in the morning and doing the different things that you should do to keep your life the way it's supposed to be, so that you don't wake up and you hurt and all messed up, and all the different things, and eating the things you're supposed to eat and not eating the things you shouldn't eat, all those different things. It's discipline. You have to decide you're going to do what? Something else. Let me explain. I was going to use this later, but I'll use it now because I'm on a point over it. So let's see if you can hear this. So this is how your diet should look. I need maximum body. We good? We good? Good? You ready? All right. Okay. Let's see if I can find it. This is how your diet should look if you have an overnight job. So this is how your diet should look if you have an overnight job. Let's say you work from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Dinner, eat that from 9 to 10 p.m. and do 5 to 8 ounces of chicken breast with a side of vegetables. Your midnight meal, eat that from 3 to 4 a.m. Eat 5 to 8 ounces of fish or chicken breast with a side of vegetables. And your breakfast, eat that from 7 to 8 a.m. And I want you to do an egg white omelet with chicken breast and a side of vegetables. And then whatever time you work out, right after your workout, I want you to do a protein shake. So 2 scoops of protein powder, and you can use water or sugar-free almond milk for that. 2 additional tips is, number 1, avoid the snacking. A lot of times when you work overnight, you want to snack on like M&Ms or let's say even peanuts, chips. The processed snacks are going to have a lot of calories. So if you are going to snack on something, snack on fruit, or you can do 1 protein bar. Okay. So my man told me I couldn't have M&Ms. I was really distressed and frustrated about it. It's just one person's, and this is just for you to hear this and to see this and understand this. One of the things that I try my best to do is be exactly who I say that I am. And so I'm like, all right, last year it didn't work out exactly where I planned with my fitness, and my working and spending so much time, 12 hours on this, that, and the other, and so it was not exercising. Then I figured it out. Right at the end of the year, I was like, I just got to do the workout. I got to go to the gym. If I can't get to the gym, I'm going to do a video. If I can't do the video, I'm going to do this, that, and the other. And I'm around kidding. And it's like, but I got to work, and I'm trying to figure it out. And every once in a while, I'm like, Reg, I need you to get me like 20 tacos with, this, that, and the other. And sometimes he be somewhere else in his mind. And so we can't get it all the way. So, last night, my man told me I couldn't have M&Ms. I had already finished them. There's one left. What am I gonna do? And then I grabbed me a pizza, and I ate the whole thing, the whole entire thing. I only needed 4 slices. But I ate all of them, all the slices, every single slice, and it was good. What is my point to you? I tell everybody that you can't provide excuses. So I don't have an excuse. Now, here, me 10 years ago, well, I didn't have the time. I didn't have all the things I needed to make the meal that I would make. And so I literally just had to grab me a pizza because that's the only way it would work, and I didn't want to make sure I didn't eat anything. So I ate something. But me today, y'all know I wouldn't accept that, because all that is a BS. You can figure it out, make it work. Now, I'm not saying you can't do this once in a while, but you can't do this every day after every day. You can't do that. And so my point to you is that if you're going to do something, if you're going to achieve something, if you're going to work something, then you've got to build the discipline and say, what do I need to do? Not what do I want to do, but what do I need to do to accomplish this thing? How do I get it done? I was doing good occasionally, but this will take us to where we're going in the next point. Being honest with myself, I'm not doing all I could do. I had a good week, then I have a bad week. I have a good couple of days, I have a bad couple of days. And most people are like, well, you're doing pretty good. And if I listen to some people, they'll be like, looks like it was doing, you know, that you need that whole pizza to go through the whole entire night. And yes, and I was quite hungry when earlier. But my point is that I don't allow myself to accept anything. Because if I really want something, if I really want to achieve something, if I really want to get something, if I really want to be something, if I really want to have this, get these sides off, if I want these sides off, I can't keep eating full pizzas. Who am I blaming? It's the devil. The devil give you sides. It's that you look in the mirror, you go, that devil. How? He like, that's not even me. you chose the pizza. You knew what it was going to do, and then you didn't choose to eat 4 slices. You chose to eat all 8 of them. That's you. Discipline. Discipline. Which takes me into my third point. Let's manage 2024. And I know it sounds like weird. What do you mean? Let's manage. It's not even 6 months in. Good. Let's talk about it then. Because with the last 2 weeks, everything you said you was going to do, did you do it? And if you be real vulnerable with yourself and real honest with yourself, the things you said you were going to be on point with, the meal prep and the exercise and the stretching and all the different, and the what words you weren't going to use and all the things you weren't going to say and the things that you was going to do, and don't, without using some excuse about why somebody else couldn't help you get where you was trying to go. None of that. Literally, the last 2 weeks, how good have you been with what you said you were going to accomplish? If you be vulnerable with yourself, what have you done consistently and what have you done inconsistently? How can you fix it without anybody else's help? Because if I say to you, what have you done consistently and inconsistently, all the people that like to use excuses will say, well, how can I fix that? Well, if this person, and if that, and if this situation. No. You make sure you achieve the goal that you need to achieve. So therefore, what I'm saying to you is there are certain things that you have to allow not to be an excuse to you. You can't say, oh, I was just running out the door. It's 24 hours in a day. You have the time. Whatever I choose to eat tonight is my choice. But it won't be another pizza, not another 8 slices. So you gotta make some different decisions. Otherwise, what you're doing halfway. And that's who you are. Here's the key, and this is the way I like to lead things and just to cut people, is you are not what you say you are, but you are what you do every day. So if you don't like it, you don't like it. But if you halfway do stuff, that's who you are. If you say you're going to do something and you don't do it consistently, that's who you are. You are fake and fake. You're like, I don't like that. Well, I don't like it either, but that's the choice that you made, not the choice I made. We have to decide to actually look at ourselves and say, I am this person and I'm a work in progress. But not a fake work in progress, not occasional work in progress, but every day I'm hustling, every day I'm working, every day I'm pushing, every day I'm loving, every day I'm trusting, every day I'm pushing to be better than I was the day before, the moment before, the hour before, the year before. I've got to start actually managing my week so that I don't make a month of neglect, a month or a week where, you didn't exercise, you didn't stretch. Just remind yourself, do it now. Everybody say this, do it now. So when it hits you in the head, just do it right then. And when somebody asks you to do something and you're the person that normally doesn't get it done, you should do it right then. They say, hold on, I'm going to go do it now. And they're like, no, you don't got to do it. Yeah, I do. Because otherwise you're going to ask me and I'm going to tell you I didn't get it done. And then when I tell you that I went to do it, and you told me not to do it, and I didn't have to do it right now, I took that clause, and now it's not done. So therefore, I blame you. See how that works? See how it's easy? You can come up with reasons to blame people. You can come up with excuses. Wake up. You know you're supposed to do the push-ups. Do the push-ups. Wake up. You know you're supposed to exercise. You wake up. You know you're supposed to take the trash out. Take the trash out. Whatever you're supposed to do, just do it. Don't do it later, because later never comes. Later comes 10% of the time, 10 to 20% of the time in your life. And later does come late. It does not work. Trust me. I've tried all the things. I know all the things. That's why I'm standing here trying to tell you. God uses me, but I guess his way of using me is like, all right, I'm going to just take you through the mud. That way you can tell everybody what it smells like, what it tastes like, how it feels on your skin, and then tell them not to do it. Well, I like to tell you not to do it and then not see you do it. I don't really like to, tell you not to do it and then everybody go, I'm going to try it for myself. You don't tell me what to do. Let's not do that, okay? All right, and those are the keys to life.